to Just an Average Fantasy Football Podcast.
Welcome in to Just an Average Fantasy Football Podcast. I am your host, Daniel Hayes, with Matt Baker.
That's me.
You can find us at avgffpod.com. You can go there, go to the places, do the things. We have a quote beer of the week, but it's not really a beer.
Alcoholic beverage of the week.
Yeah, go follow us, go find us, go do the things. This is called Al Cola. It's no carbonation. It's odd. It says it didn't tell you what flavor it is, and
You'll find out why.
It's gluten-free, naturally sweetened, naturally flavored, and has added electrolytes so you can stay hydrated while you get hammered.
Yeah, no
It
carbonation.
It is 8%, and it's only 160 calories, but we're going to find out. I predicted it's either going to be really good or really bad, but there's not going to be any in between.
It's made by Noca.
Yeah.
N-O-C-A.
It smells like medicine.
It's not really bad, and it's not really good. I don't know. It is kind of in the middle.
I was wrong.
It's like
it might be the strangest drink I've ever drank.
Same. I feel like you know when you're a kid, you do the suicide. You put all the drinks in there at one time,
Yes.
and you don't know what to really think about the flavor. Like you don't know how to.
There's no distinguishing flavor.
There's nothing here.
There's nothing. It's you're right. It's like all the flavors and none of the flavors
at the same time. It's really weird. Like I don't want to say it's disgusting, but I don't like it. If that makes sense. Like
I will say this will be the only time, not because of its taste solely, but an 8-pack costs $20.
Yeah. I mean, while you're drinking it, it tastes like you're drinking like Pedialyte or something. Like
it does, but Pedialyte has I feel like Pedialyte's got more flavor.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's got that.
It would be like a non-carbonated. Oh God, what's the canned water that everybody makes? LaCroix.
Oh, LaCroix. Yeah,
it's almost like non-carbonated LaCroix. It has no distinguishing. It has a weird aftertaste.
The aftertaste is definitely
with
different
you for a minute. It is quite possibly one of the strangest things.
I don't know how to say. I don't know what to say.
I have no idea.
160 calories. I mean, I'm trying to understand.
I feel like if I put it over ice and then added a little bit of sugar.
It's made with sugar.
Yeah, it's supposed to, and it uses natural cane sugar. It does. It's I don't know what it means, but it says it's alcohol from cold brewed sugar. So basically I'm thinking it's some sort of sugar water. I have no idea.
And that makes sense. Like that's I don't know, this is weird.
Oh, it is strange.
I can't
I've had 3 sips of it and I still my brain cannot comprehend what it is that
has no idea what to.
I will say this: it has its own flavor.
Oh yeah, no. So from now on, if I taste something that tastes like this,
I'll say
this tastes like an Alcola.
Alcola. It sets its own baseline of flavor.
It's just premium alcohol. I don't know. This is.
I don't know. Maybe it's like a watered down vodka mixed drink, kind of.
It does taste watered down. Like it does have. I could see where the electrolytes are. You could taste the.
Yeah,
whatever that is. There's something there that's like I said, it's like Pedialyte, or it's not even Gatorade. It's like Gatorade Light, or the sugar-free Gatorade, the weird
something
ones.
like that. Yeah, I don't know. It's odd. It's not bad, but it's definitely not good.
I think what it is that at the end of the night, the next morning, you know how you're walking around the house picking up all the empty cans and pouring them into one cup to drink them all.
That's what alcoholics do. That's it.
That's what this is. This is like it's like you grab the Gatorade to top off all the weird other stuff you just mixed together in there.
I don't know. I feel like I could chug it, but I'd feel like I'd also be mad at myself for chugging it.
Yeah, it's gonna correct your stomach ache and give you one at the same time.
It's such a weird flavor.
Oh man. Well, cheers.
Yeah. Cheers of whatever the hell this is. Oh God. All right. Real quick, we'll hit some news. All right.
It's Matthew Golden. Oh, no, sorry.
Christian McCaffrey has officially sapped all of the health from every starter of the
And he's
San
working
Francisco
on some of the
49ers.
backups. Mac Jones is questionable too. So he's
so Purdy, Jennings, Pearsall will all be out. Mac Jones is limited, but they say he's going to play. If he doesn't play, I think it's like Aaron Martinez is the third string quarterback there, which he'll probably go out and throw for 320 and 4 touchdowns in that system.
all to Christian McCaffrey.
Let's see. Hubbard is going to be out. Chuba Hubbard's out. Lamar is out. Brock Bowers is out. CD also out, and Calvin Austin, which I felt like Calvin Austin didn't really fit into that group, but he fits in because he's also out.
Yeah, he's out. He's out.
There's tons of limiteds that it doesn't come through. Everybody who's limited today, Xavier Worthy says they say he's going to play. And I will say the Purdy, Jennings, and Pearsall is not official. That's just what Shanahan said in a press conference, but the team hasn't come out and listed. That's why when you go to your app, they're still listed as doubtful. But that's per Shanahan from his face hole. So
Was that Jennings too? I knew it was Pearsall and Purdy, but I didn't know. I thought Jennings was still potentially in line to play. But
from what I heard,
don't quote me on that. Like I just the more
I know that Jennings did practice today, but I thought that Jennings was
still
part of the list of people that
is doubtful to play for
that
this
is
week
doubtful
or whatever. Okay.
or that is out that he said was going to be out. Purdy,
Yeah, I know. Yep.
Pearsall, Jennings. Oh no, Jennings is still questionable. You're right. So
Okay.
so it is Pearsall and Purdy have been ruled out
The
per
PPs.
Shanahan. Yes. Okay, so there is still a chance Jennings plays. Okay.
I'm not happy about it, but I got Kendrick Bourne. I'm hoping.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm hoping that reignites again.
I am leaning heavily on some Kendrick Bourne this week. Miles Sanders is out with a season-ending injury, which is interesting. That maybe Jaden Blue can get on the field now. That may bump him up the depth chart. So we'll see how that pans out. But that's going to be interesting to see how that plays this week, especially against a plus matchup with the Panthers. Mooney did not practice. Neither did McLaurin. So they're both still questionable.
Yeah.
Kyler is also questionable. He did practice limited. Kyler Murray did. So we'll see with that. Keontae Turbin is going to be out. Zay Flowers is questionable as well.
I think he just don't want to play with Cooper Rush. That's what it is.
probably.
He's like,
Yeah, because he is starting again.
Lamar's out again. Yeah.
Antonio Gibson is out which again for the season. That just doesn't really mean anything for his fantasy as much as it means that maybe Travion Henderson can get some playing time now. Deebo Samuel was limited, actually. I didn't mean to say actually. Also,
As well.
There you go.
In addition to
plus.
Yes.
So I think that's pretty much the big news as far as
Chuba. I think Chuba's
yeah,
ruled
Chuba's out.
week,
Yeah, he's out. So, which is, hey, if
Rico Dowdle
is going to go out there and talk that smack, he's going to have to go back it up. Now he can't hide behind the fact that he don't get the start.
Correct.
So, but he doubled down. He was asked about his comments, and he's like, "Yeah, I meant what I said."
I know what I'm talking about. I got this.
All right, well, let's roll out of news. Let's talk about a little bit about that game last night. That's what all the Giants fans sound like right now. Everybody in New York sounds like whenever they see Jackson Dart and Cam Scattaboo going for the trifecta last night in touchdowns.
Right.
Jackson Dart out there. Those two have rejuvenated a city. It was crazy. That one play that they took Jackson Dart off the field, you would have thought that an actual family member of everybody in the stands was being tended to, as sad as they were. And then when Russell threw that one pass in the dirt and they all booed him.
That can't be classified a pass. That was a fumble.
Yeah.
That should have been ruled a fumble, in my opinion.
and then when Jackson Dart came back out, you saw people like fall into their knees, like, thank God. And I was like, I hate to tell you guys up there, enjoy what's going on, but those two play with reckless abandon.
Yeah.
And in the NFL, if you play with reckless abandon, you will be abandoned on the injury report at some point.
There's never been a cuff I've wanted harder than whoever is behind
Cam Scatterby.
Man.
Tracy. So
you want Tracy? I wouldn't be scared to grab Singletary because I mean I don't know. It's just to watch him run.
Yeah, they don't care.
That can't last.
He blocks the same way he runs.
Yeah, with his head.
Yeah, with his face.
With all of his head, whatever part of his head
against the wall before the game.
Yes.
So it's like this dude. I saw a meme as bad as this, and look, Jackson Dart is not much better. That dude, he thinks he's a linebacker out there when he's running the ball, trying to run through these NFL players. And so I saw a meme that said that it showed a picture of Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterby next to each other, and it says neither one of these guys are going to be able to remember any of their family members' names by the time they're 50. So it's like they are out there. They're putting it on the line. Look, I'll give it to you. You got to play hard. Go out there and leave it all on the field. But in the NFL, man, this isn't college or high school. These dudes, they see that and they're headhunting. I promise you.
Oh yeah,
I promise you that when people are playing the Giants right now, they're headhunting because you see all these highlight clips of Scatterby pancaking D ends and running over people, and you see Jackson Dart diving into defenders to get first downs. Well, these defenders take a lot of pride in not getting embarrassed, and so you can guarantee you they play some of these tougher linebackers. They are going to try to hurt these men.
Yeah, they're going to start lifting knees.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot.
I think it's exciting. I think the energy that they've brought, it's nice to see a franchise that going into the season, everybody pretty much wrote off to show up. And you can tell on the sidelines, I mean, the coaches and the other players, like everybody's fired up. The energy in New York right now is contagious. I just worry about these guys' health. And so I hope, especially the Jackson Dart, as the quarterback, he has got to learn to protect himself better. But we'll see how it goes. Last night they dominated that game. There was no point at no point did Philadelphia, I thought when Philadelphia did, what was it, 4 freaking tush pushes in a row to get a touchdown?
Yeah, to get the touchdown.
They did that on purpose, I thought, to impose their will.
Intimidate
them. Yeah. And all it did was piss them off.
That's exactly
because
correct.
They came right back, put a touchdown down, and then they did not take their foot off the gas. And in the second half, the offense of the Eagles looked like garbage. Jalen Hurts looked terrible. The only Saquon Barkley looks bad. The only shining part of that offense was Dallas Goedert looked great, and they were getting the ball to A.J. Brown.
And Devonta had a couple.
Yeah, but
good
he overthrew that 90-yard touchdown.
Yeah, I mean,
true. You got to make that. He was so wide open.
Yeah, that's true.
On that interception, he threw. A.J. Brown was wide open and on an in route, and so it's like they're. I think they'll be fine. They ultimately they're a good organization. They're going to get it sorted out. But man,
that's
they look
2 losses,
bad.
Right?
That's 2 losses in a row.
2 losses in a row. Yeah.
Yeah.
We said last week they kind of looked middling. They kind of looked like they weren't all.
Their offense is definitely a little struggling. Now you got to take into account this is a whole new offensive coordinator.
Yep.
And so it's that's the product of success when you are a team that has been as good as them. Your coordinators get snatched, and so their offensive coordinator is the head coach now of New Orleans, who beat them last week. And so it's they better get things sorted out though, because they're too talented to play as bad as they did, and they got embarrassed last night by the Giants.
They sure did.
So, and then the Giants, I don't know. Last week they got beat. Oh no, I'm sorry. Kellen Moore did not beat the Eagles last week. They beat the Giants last week. Because I was thinking of he was the offensive coordinator last year. So,
yeah. Right.
So, but no, Kellen Moore beat the Giants last week. But so it's interesting to see. It was to see them get beat by a team they should have beat would have been enough to maybe kind of douse their fire a little bit. But they came in fired up, and I guess you cannot douse Scatterby's fire.
No. So there's a lot more that's burning there than just his fire.
Brain cells.
Yeah, there's lots going on there.
All he does is break tackles and eat crayons, and he's all out of crayons.
Oh, no, he's got a pocket. He's got a pocket full of crayons. I feel like that dude shows up with a pocket full of crayons.
Yeah, look, his only 2 his only two things he could have been in life is a football player or a Marine infantryman. Those are the only two things like that what from birth. Those are the two jobs that were laid out before him. It's like you can be a football player or you can go carry an M16 or I guess I carry M4s now in the Marine Corps.
You pick one of these two and that's going to be your job
for the rest of your life. That's it. It's I'm surprised he didn't end up as a defensive player the way he plays. He plays like a middle linebacker.
Yeah,
but,
it might have been a height thing that kind of set him back a little bit on that aspect.
True that. All right. Well, let's roll on from that into some key games. I've got to get different music on this. That one song is like my transition. Without your sound thing now, it's like I have that and I can do a chime. I can do a record scratch.
Which we don't use the record scratch enough.
You know what? I think there should have been when that guy was getting pancakes on the Saints. The defensive end was getting pancaked by Scadaboo. They should have froze it as he was falling back, and they'd be like, "Yeah, you may wonder how I got in this place. Well, it all started.
How I found myself in this situation.
It all started 2 days ago." All right. So, sorry, I got sidetracked. All right, so key games. Here we go.
Well, start with the early game, just so everybody knows there is one at 9:30. It's the London game.
Yeah.
I just want to bring it up because I forgot last week.
I did too. So there is a London game.
Yes.
9:30 Eastern.
Broncos Jets.
Yeah, Broncos, who are currently 3-2, playing the Jets, who are 0-5. I missed that. Okay, I was wrong about the Jets. I'm willing to admit I thought that they were going to be a team that could do something, and I was wrong.
Yeah, it hasn't worked out yet.
Bo Nix, he's been okay. He's the QB 12 currently in on the season. He's only had really 2 bad weeks and 2 good weeks and 1 okay week.
Yeah.
So I feel like you can play him in this matchup. J.K. Dobbins, yeah, you're running him out there. Dude is absolute money. He is the running back 12 on the season. R.J. Harvey's interesting in the last couple of weeks. His snap percentages aren't drastically up, but his usage has increased over the last 3 weeks, especially in the pass game. So I think in a pinch, you can throw him in deep leagues. You can probably throw him in a flex, but otherwise, I would still hold and just see.
Yeah, wait till week 6 or 7, like we said. That's when they do get Dobbins.
Yeah, and well, that's true. And then Tyler Batty, or is it Tyler? Yeah, got it right.
Wow,
he still gets usage. He actually played 26% of snaps. So, it's kind of a crapshoot after Dobbins, but Dobbins is definitely in. You're playing Sutton. I think Troy Franklin is the second one to play in this backfield. He's not doing a ton with it, but he is getting opportunities. He is getting targets. Marvin Mims is more of your big play guy. If he plays, you better hope he gets a touchdown.
Yeah.
He has had 1 week of 6 targets. Other than that, he's had 4 or less every week. And then I don't know what to do with Evan Ingram. He came back last couple weeks. He's in the 7 and 6 targets, which is good. But there's not any yards. They're all at the line of scrimmage.
It's like almost dump off. Yeah.
If he doesn't get the touchdown, it's not going to be a good week. This is bottom line. Unless you're in a full point PPR, even in a full point, I mean, in the last week, he would have got you 4-7 without the touchdown. So with the touchdown, it's 13.
13, yeah.
Yeah, and the week before, he only got you 6, almost 7 and you didn't get the touchdown. So I feel like if he won't goose you, but it's going to be tough to get more than 12.
I think this week is a good week for him, honestly. I mean, the Jets are pretty soft against the tight end, and also on top of that, which we'll talk about him later, he is a smash. Just in case you didn't know, for me this week.
Oh, Ingram is?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we'll talk. We'll hold that conversation for then. We'll talk more about Justin Fields in a second, also, but I'll go ahead and give a little foreshadowing. I'm trying to fade Fields in leagues where I have him and Nix. I'm playing Nix over him. You can probably grab Stafford and play him, but I'm trying to fade Fields.
I'm nerve wracked every week that I put Fields in, but he hasn't let me down yet.
Yeah, well, don't watch the game.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like it's
because it doesn't happen until like the fourth quarter,
and then all of a sudden it's like he realizes he can throw to Garrett Wilson.
What happens is the other teams get up by such a high score that they take their foot off the gas in the fourth quarter, and the defense
lay
opens
back
up.
and yeah.
So if you play him, you better hope Denver puts up a bunch of points and gets a big lead.
It's the same thing with Garrett Wilson. It's like he doesn't get any of his points until the fourth quarter as well.
Yeah,
so
there's
it's
a
like,
correlation there.
Yeah, that kind of works out.
Brees Hall, yeah, he's in. I'm playing Garrett Wilson. I'm scared to do it, but I'm doing it.
You got to. It's going to happen. I mean, it's every week this season so far. It's been like you're looking at 3 points going in the third quarter, and all of a sudden he finishes with 20.
Yeah.
So
Mason Taylor, yes, he's your second receiver in this lineup right now. He had 12 targets last week. He could goose you as well as much as he could get you 15 fantasy points. So it is volatile, but in the last 3 weeks, he's been fairly solid as far as targets go. He's had 6, 7, and 12. He has not obviously got any touchdown and not a ton of yards, but I'll take that target share and hope that they do get an actual red zone look at some point.
Yep.
So we'll roll from there to, I don't want to talk about this game, but I guess I'll bring it up. The Rams are 3-2 at the Ravens, 1-4. Stafford is a smash. Everybody destroys Baltimore. Their defense is garbage. They're playing backups, so that has to do with it. Yeah, you're not playing Cooper Rush, so we're not going to talk about him. Kyron's in. Henry's in, but man, has he not been good.
Yeah, it has not been pretty.
He has since week 1. He's only had one other week with double-digit fantasy points, and he had 10. The other weeks it's not good. You're not happy. He's not getting it done. He doesn't get any work in the passing game. So if they're playing from behind, it's going to be Justice Hill. He's going to be on the sidelines, and you're going to be screaming, going, "Why isn't Derrick Henry on the field?"
Or Keaton Mitchell too. They brought him up last week off the practice squad, and he showed up a little bit. Over. So yeah.
So I mean, if you got him, you're going to play him. I get it, but man, it's probably going to hurt.
Yeah.
Puka Nacua is on pace to break all the records.
And against this defense,
yes.
Oh man, please.
He could eat. He is the wide receiver 1 on the season. He's 5th overall scorer in half-point PPR leagues. Dude's a menace to all societies. And he's only had 2 touchdowns. A lot of this is based solely on volume. He's kind of like the Christian McCaffrey of wide receivers.
Yes.
Although Christian McCaffrey could be the Christian McCaffrey of
wide receivers. Yeah, I know. He's competing with Puka right now with targets and shit. So
I read somewhere, I think it was after last week, that if Christian McCaffrey took just his receiving stats, he would be the wide receiver 8 on the season.
That's crazy. That's fucking crazy.
Devontae Adams has been solid. I wouldn't say elite, but I would say
not quite
solid.
elite. Yeah, no. Look, I'll admit when I'm wrong too. And he's getting elite targets. He's just not doing elite with it. Targets. So, yeah.
And then that's it. I'm fading everybody else, including the tight ends. You're playing Derrick Henry. We'll talk more about Zay Flowers, but I'm trying to fade him this week. He's hurt, and he's got Cooper Rush as a quarterback.
Yeah, that's why he's hurt. Isn't it?
So I really don't want to play anybody on this Ravens team at all.
Yeah, no, it's
with Cooper Rush at the helm. I just want to avoid that at all costs. I guess we'll go with these 2 winning. Well, the Cardinals aren't winning anymore, but Cardinals are 2-3 at the Colts, 4-1. Kyler Murray is questionable, so you need to keep an eye on that. But if he's playing, I'll throw him out there. He's always got the rushing upside. Daniel Jones has been solid this year. He's currently the QB 8 on the season. So I feel confident. Arizona has been pretty tough on quarterbacks, so take that into account. But other than that, I'm throwing him out there. Michael Carter last week, though, he was really solid. 18 rushes, 51 yards. It was not efficient, but he got the touchdown, and he's using the passing game.
Yep.
If he's going to get that kind of usage, yes.
He's out there,
yeah.
He's going to get used.
Apparently, they're not going to punish DeMarcado. Did you see what Ganning did on the sideline?
Mm-mm.
So the head coach, Rich Ganning, went up to DeMarcado after he dropped that ball and got in his face, and it looked like he hit him in the chest. You can't really tell, but he was.
Oh wow!
It was so bad that the team fined the head coach.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he came out and apologized for it, and he said that they're not going to punish him. So
I mean,
there are some who think there could be some overcompensation that DeMarcado might get extra work just so he can kind of show that he's not mad at him.
But
anymore.
Dude's been in the league for what 2-3 years now. That's so basic.
Yeah, I can go ahead and tell you right now, I don't care if it's the best player on my team or the worst player. If I'm in the NFL and I'm a head coach and somebody does, I'm not going to get in their face. They're going to the locker room. They're done for the day.
You're not playing. You're not touching the ball. Yep.
I don't care if it's Lamar Jackson. If you do that, I don't want to look at you the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Just go away. Maybe for the rest of the half. Maybe at halftime I can calm down. We can have a conversation. But whenever it happens, just get off the field. Get away from me.
Like if he was when Zay Flowers did it his rookie year, like kind of held up and dropped. Like it's not to be expected. You want the best, but they still need to be punished. But
yeah,
like I would feel a little more at ease letting something like it go for a rookie. Like for somebody who hasn't played a snap,
or
who's only played 2 games.
Who was it that did it the week before DeMarcado?
That was Ashton Doolin,
and he did it. It was accidental. Like he wasn't trying to drop it. He just lost the grip on the ball. All of a sudden,
yeah. But this was obvious. You've been in the league for 2 years. You've been playing the same offense. You finally get a chance to get in the end zone, and you just drop the ball. But there's no reason for it. Like
it's showboating, but it's like. Literally nobody watches someone drop a ball as soon as they cross the end zone and go, wow, that guy's cool.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, it makes no sense to me. That's what I'm saying.
If I was, it would. I mean, I know. Look, I'll never be an NFL head coach, so I can go ahead and get that off my list of things. I might
still have a chance at it. I haven't decided yet.
If I was, it would be very clear to the entire team. If this happens to don't just keep running.
Yeah.
Into the tunnel, don't turn. I don't care who you are. Just go away.
Yeah.
Don't come back to the sidelines. You're done for the day.
You're not coming back on the field at all.
Anyway, back to this. Marvin Harrison, ever since the redemption game on 2 weeks ago against Seattle, they're making a concerted effort to get him the ball. He has been good. He caught 4 of 5 targets last week. He did decent. I mean, he hasn't lit up the scoreboard yet, but I think it's on the horizon.
It's progressing. I like where it's headed. We'll put it that way. Yeah. Like it's definitely going in the right direction.
Trey McBride's kind of dipped off the last couple of weeks. The opportunity hasn't dipped off, but his production has. Part of it is there's he's not a ton of yards with the receptions. He's getting a lot of stuff near the line of scrimmage, and so that's the problem you have with tight ends. A lot of times, like a guy can catch 6 balls or be for 40 yards.
Yeah,
and so
I'm kind of hoping with the emergence or the opening up of Marvin Harrison to kind of draw defenses a little bit instead of everybody stacking Trey McBride and shutting him, especially with James Conner being out now. There's a little less up front.
Well, and I think Michael Carter does enough on the running back side to at least keep them honest in that respect.
Keep them close, yeah.
Yeah, but I agree. There's the other problem is everybody knows there's really no other threat outside of him and Harrison.
Exactly.
And so if Michael Wilson or somebody else could open up that other side of the field and really challenge that defense,
Dortch or anybody,
and then they could open the field up more in the middle and let him get more yards. So.
Exactly.
But that offense as a whole is really kind of it's like I don't know. The play calling's bad, the coaching's bad, the play has been bad. So maybe if they can start getting some stuff going, who knows? Yeah. You're playing Jonathan Taylor. He's an absolute animal.
Who?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. He is look, I'll take it when I get him wrong. But man, I got this one right. I felt in my heart this dude was going to be a top 5 running back this year, and he was like, "Nah, dude, I'm going to be a top 1."
Yeah, like on 4 carries, he outscored all the running backs last year. I mean, he had 3 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion. So I mean, on 4 carries, he scored without even the yardage. 20 points. You know what I mean? Like, and that's insane, to think.
Right. Yeah. And you have competent quarterback play in Daniel Jones. So, and you have a balanced offense. So it's like all of a sudden you're beginning to see what he was in his first season. And so I'm so glad that Anthony Richardson's not at the helm of this team.
That's true. Yeah.
And even with Daniel Jones stealing some of his touchdowns, dude's been money.
Yep.
Imagine if he was playing with, Stafford or somebody who was not going to run any touchdowns in.
Yeah, who's just
going to stand there and get or Flacco.
Yeah.
Michael Pittman, he's in. Again, he's not going to necessarily light up your scoreboard, but he has been pretty damn solid this year.
He has.
The wide receiver 15 on the season. It just feels good that you can throw him in and feel good about it. Josh Downs, his targets have picked up a little bit last couple of weeks. So, in this game, I'd be willing to throw him in a flex and see what happens. Alec Pierce, I mean, he gets 5 targets a game, and he's going to get a couple of them downfield. If you get a touchdown out of Alec Pierce, you're going to have a great day. If you don't get a touchdown out of him, you're going to have an 8-point day.
Yeah, coming back off the injury too. So, yeah.
So I wouldn't be scared to throw him in a flex. Tyler Warren. Too many damn Tylers. Tyler Warren is the tight end, the rookie tight end right now that's doing it and doing it well. He's also getting rush attempts. He had a rushing touchdown 2 weeks ago. He's kind of their gadget. He's their joker.
Their joker, yeah. He's the joker.
But like he only had 44 yards last week, but he caught all 4 of his passes and got a touchdown, so he had a good week. He's just been real solid. I have him in a couple places, and I've been real happy that I don't have to try to find a tight end every week. All right, so from there, I guess this one we have to hit, man. We got the 3-2 Seahawks at the 4-1 Jaguars. We'll talk about the Jaguars in a second, but yeah, Sam Darnold. I'm telling you, man. Look, I got it right with Jonathan Taylor. I got it wrong with Sam Darnold. Here's how much I didn't believe in Sam Darnold. In all my dynasty leagues, I took Jalen Milroe because I was banking that by this point in the season, Milroe would be
the guy.
Yes, because I think Milroe, like physically, is probably. He might end up being, if he ever gets on the field, the most physically gifted quarterback to ever play.
Yeah.
So I thought that Milroe was a great project for them. I thought Darnold was going to get up there with this. Last year, their O-line was not good, and I thought he's going to get up there with this bad O-line. He was going to get ran over. He wasn't going to be able to get the ball downfield. He's going to get happy feet. It's just that a lot of what he did last year was dependent upon the system that O'Connell ran and all that. I was wrong. Darnold looks great.
Yeah,
he looks like what he was drafted to be. He has last year reset him, and he's doing work. So I would definitely throw him out there in this matchup against Jacksonville, and feel pretty confident about it. I streamed him last week, and he won me that week in some leagues. But Kenneth Walker, yeah, sometimes Kenneth Walker is the weirdest running back to me though. There are some plays where he looks like he's Walter Payton. Like you're the vision, the speed, the breaking tackles. You're like, that guy is so good. And then he'll get a handoff the next time and he'll look like he's, Doug Payton.
Yeah.
Third string running back.
He'll run into the O lineman, do a spin into the defender.
And then he'll run backwards 10 yards to try to get around there and get tackled.
Yep.
And you're like, dude, how is it that he's the Trevor Lawrence of running backs. He's the Trevor Lawrence of running backs. He can look like one of the best in one moment and a complete fucking buffoon 5 minutes later.
Right. In 2 plays from each other. Yeah, in 2 separate plays.
If I was the coach of this team, I would play Charbonnet over him just because I know what Charbonnet is going to get me.
Yeah.
Like Walker could bust me an 80-yard touchdown and he'd lose me 15 yards and fumble it. I don't know. It's a crapshoot.
What if we find out he's like schizophrenic and that's why they have to put Charbonnet out there because he's 2 different people?
Yeah, well, it makes sense. That would make sense.
That would be crazy,
it's
right?
Me, myself, and Irene, but it's in football.
It's all in football. He's out there like right now. He's Kenneth Walker, and then he's Kenny Walk None.
And then he's Kenny Stander.
Yeah, Kenny Stander. Yeah, Kenny Fowler.
Charbonnet has been solid for you as a flex option. He's not getting a ton of work, but he's being very productive. He's had 3 touchdowns out of the 4 weeks he's played because he missed the New Orleans game. But I don't have a problem with throwing Charbonnet in a flex spot just because they give him the ball near the end zone, maybe it's because they can trust him more.
Yeah, they don't know which one they're going to get with
when
Kenneth
they're
Walker.
within the 5. They don't want to get knocked back to the 15 if Walker decides to run the other direction.
Once it's 2nd and goal, you have to bring Charbonnet out. There's you can't risk it.
You cannot risk it. JSN is an absolute beast animal. He is everything that they were hoping he would be when they made him the dude. He's the number 4 wide receiver in the week. He's obviously in your lineup. I am not playing anybody else. Cooper Kupp has been disappointing to say the least. You figured he would at least be able to come up there and be a serviceable wide receiver 3, maybe high end 2, and nope. That's not true.
He had 9 targets. That was the second week with that many. But outside of that, he's not been getting targeted much. So
AJ Barner is emerging. I feel like he gets all the snaps, so that's always good. He's playing over 80% of the snaps except for 1 week, and I believe he got hurt that week. But he caught all 7 of his targets last week and 2 touchdowns. He was a tight end 1 last week. I'm trying to get him everywhere I can. I feel good about it. I think that him and Darnold have a connection, and I think he's the dude. I thought that they drafted Arroyo to be the guy, but I think Barner's like, no, this is my job.
Yeah, no, I pulled him off my taxi squad in 2 leagues, and he's in my lineup. I mean, he's definitely lined up. Yeah.
We just talked Trevor Lawrence again. Look, play him at your own risk. He is the quarterback 18 on the season. He's only really had 2 weeks where you felt good about playing him. Week 2 against Cincinnati and last week against Kansas City. Seattle is tough against quarterbacks, so I would probably try to play somebody else. I said to fade Fields. I would probably play Fields over Lawrence, and that's just because Fields does have the legs to make up for any of his shit, and Lawrence should have him and tried to use him. It did use him a little bit last week. He ran 10 times for 54 yards and 2 touchdowns. So
after he falls to the ground, he's way better.
Yeah. But yeah, he's just one of those where he'll throw a beautiful pass and then he'll stand there, trying to make 15 different calls at the line while he watches the play clock tick down.
Exactly.
When they have no timeouts and there's only like a minute left in the game.
Very little time left in the game. Yes.
Travis Etienne, I should say, has been pretty good. He's the running back 11 on the season. Last week he was a little disappointing, but he was also against Kansas City's tough defense. Seattle's not as tough against the run, so I feel pretty good about playing him this week. He's getting all the work, so throw him in your lineup. I believe Brian Thomas is getting ready to break loose. I think they're finally getting stuff sorted out. The team's got juice. They're 4-1, so I think that despite the fact that the plays, it's like they're the weirdest team. They should not be 4-1.
Yeah,
but they are, and so I have to give it to coaching. It seems like
who it lost to.
It was a bad team. I know.
The Cincinnati Bengals.
Yes. Week 1. That was a Burrow's
week
Bengals.
Week two. It was his injury week.
That was the injury week. Yeah.
That was the injury week.
But they should have won that game.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They, by every metric in that game, they dominated except the scoreboard.
But they beat the Chiefs, the 49ers, and the Texans. So the Texans
their defense is really good. Jacksonville's defense is really good. NFL wise, fantasy wise, they're okay, but they're not like locked down on any position. They're mid, but they keep you out of the end zone. They keep you between the 20s. They force you to kick field goals, and then they're opportunistic. And Trevor's just good enough on offense to not shit it all away, even though he tried.
Oh yeah.
But I think somebody in this receiving core is going to break loose and start taking off him or Travis Hunter. I'm going to put my money on Brian Thomas. If they were losing, I would just say this season's a wash. But if they keep winning, it's like, it's like Brian Thomas. It's like, he's not doing the greatest, but they're winning. And at some point, I feel like the pressure is not there. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. There's not as much pressure to perform. And I think each week when they win, it relieves a little bit more of that pressure. And finally, I think at some point they're going to be able to go out there and just throw the ball around and play some football. So I would be trying to stash him. You can't stash him, but I would hold him. And if you can pick up Travis Hunter somewhere, throw him on your bench and just wait and see if he's part of the breakout. I would do that. In a pinch, I would play Hunter Long this week. If I had to pick between the 2 tight ends, neither one of them really did anything after Strange went out, but Hunter Long plays more of the snaps. So. But you're really rolling the dice there. So let's see. I don't want to talk about that game. God, these other ones are bad, dude. Let's talk about this one just because it's interesting to me. The Bengals, 2-3 somehow at the Packers, 2-1-1, the 40-point tie with the Cowboys. Flacco is now at the helm. Did we talk about the trade?
We did not. Yeah. We did not. But
I should have brought that up. Yeah, it has
happened.
Flacco, for anybody who's lived under a rock or only listens to our podcast for news, which we appreciate you, but you're missing out on so much, I'm going to tell you. But anyway, no, we do appreciate it. Joe Flacco has been traded to the Cincinnati Bengals. I just imagined in my head somebody listening to this like,
holy
going, what? When did that happen?
Right.
Well, it happened, I believe, Tuesday or late Monday.
Right. That sounds right.
I know we did the podcast Monday and it hadn't happened when we did it. So I think it happened Tuesday. But he's going to show up and play.
Just walk right in and take it over. It's got to be better than Jake Browning, though. I mean,
I think I could probably be as good as Jake Browning.
That's probably true.
Not for the whole game because I don't have any endurance, but for a couple plays until I get absolutely dumpster rolled by.
Yeah, one tackle, and it's like, okay.
All right, yeah, you're right. Get him back
Yeah,
up. I'm not as good as him.
Where's Browning? Where's Browning?
But I'm definitely not playing Flacco. I'm not playing Chase Brown anymore if I can help it. Jamar Chase, who also I should have brought up in the news, had an illness. He is questionable. So hopefully he can get that sorted out. It's not an injury. So unless it's a long-standing type illness, maybe it's just a 24-hour bug that can pump him full of fluids and get him out there to play on Sunday. So you want to monitor that. I don't want to play T. Higgins, although if I had him and I've been playing him, I would feel better about playing him with Flacco. But here's the thing, and everybody needs to temper their expectations. The worst quarterback under pressure in the NFL by all metrics was Jake Browning. The second worst quarterback under pressure by all metrics was Joe Flacco coming into this week. So it's not as if that you're getting a quarterback who can handle pressure that much better than the guy
you're not moving from 1 to 11.
Yeah.
You're moving from 1 to 2.
The difference in Flacco and Browning is that when he's not being pressured, that's when he'll make the better decisions. And I don't remember the exact percentage. But I heard on JJ Zacharyason's, I'm pretty sure it was his podcast, that the Bengals quarterbacks are being pressured like 38% of their snaps, or maybe it's 41%. So we'll say somewhere between 35 and 45%. We'll put that window out. So that means over 50% of the time he's not being pressured in their passing snaps. Not obviously you're not getting pressure when you hand the ball off. So 50% of the time he will be able to make better decisions than Browning was making. But under pressure, it's probably still going to be pretty bad. And Green Bay likes to apply a lot of pressure, and they have a dude that's really good at
Micah
it.
Parsons, right?
Yeah. No, he plays for the Cowboys. Oh no, he does not play for the Cowboys.
He's over at Green Bay now.
Yeah. And so I'll play Chase. I will say this: if Chase does miss, then T. Higgins is a smash to me.
Yeah.
He's an absolute smash, and he'll be in my lineup.
Well, according to practice and all the it's not training camp now; it's just practice throughout the week and everything.
We're talking about practice.
Yeah, he's been targeting T. Higgins a lot more in practice and stuff like that. So I mean, and T. Higgins is the bigger body, and so maybe there's that.
Hopefully he gets Higgins the ball. That would be great. I have a couple rosters where I have not played Higgins in weeks. So
it might be time for him to start getting out there a little bit.
Yeah. Jordan Love is a smash. Josh Jacobs is a smash. Romeo Dobbs isn't a smash, but he's the wide receiver I'm playing, and I'll play Golden if I'm in a roster where I need upside. Golden hasn't done a lot, but I feel like there's a 2-touchdown game for Golden at some point.
It's going to eventually show its head.
Yeah. And then Tucker Kraft is a smash.
Yes.
And so let's see. We'll hit this game. This is this afternoon, right in the prime time yet. But this might be the game of the week. The 4-1 San Francisco 49ers are playing the 4-1 Buccaneers. Mac Jones is out there, but you know what? I don't even care.
Yeah, play him.
I don't care if Mac Jones, Bob Jones, Auto Care, whoever, put him out there.
Just not Joe Flacco.
Hell, I would love Joe Flacco over 49ers.
Flacco against especially against Tampa Bay too. Yeah. Tampa Bay kind of gives up a little bit. So,
Chris McCaffrey smash. No other running backs. No. Chris McCaffrey is breaking every metric known to running back receiving. He is the number one target monster. He's on pace. What was it I told you? I don't remember what it was, but he's on pace, I think, for 1,012 receptions.
Those all sound legit.
Yeah. Whatever it was, it'll break the record he previously set if it happens.
Yeah.
If Juwan Jennings, whoever plays wide receiver of the top two, I'm playing him. Jennings or Bourne. And if Jennings doesn't play, Bourne's a smash to me. And then Tongues is a smash. Flicking Tongues, isn't that his name?
Yes.
Tongus.
Jake Flicking Tongues.
Jake Flicking Tongues. He's to me, he's a smash also at tight end. I want to get him out there. Baker smash. Rachaad White maybe not a smash, but he's in your lineup.
Yeah.
He was pretty damn solid last week.
He had a good week last week. He wasn't super
he was
efficient.
a smash last week. He wasn't efficient, but he got them tuds.
But he got 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, efficiency's never really been part of his game.
No, he can catch anything thrown to him, but he can't run the ball.
Yeah, for more than 3 yards.
Yeah, no,
if he gets an average of 3 yards, that's a good week for him.
It's a great week for him. Yes,
Sean Tucker is interesting, but I'm definitely not putting him in a lineup. But he needs to be on a roster because when he's got his opportunities in the past, he's dominated. And all it's going to take is one injury, Rachaad White, and it's going to be the Sean Tucker show.
That dude went 3 for 3 on receptions for -4 yards.
Who, Sean Tucker did?
Yes.
Yeah. I meant running the ball dominated.
No, I get that. I'm just over here I was like, where'd he get his points from? And he caught 3 passes for -4 yards. That's pretty gold.
He ran the ball 3 times for 1 yard.
For 1 yard.
So he had
Rachaad
a total
White was
of
more
-3 yards. Rachaad White was far more efficient.
Yes. Surprisingly.
But I guess everybody's kind of going off the one game where he got 14 carries for 136 yards and a touchdown last year.
He had one really,
so I guess
good
everybody's
game,
living off of that.
Yeah.
So maybe he's not as good as
they're holding. Who was that against?
Yeah, probably. Yes.
They were playing against the Ravens and Bengals. O-line came together and just took a nap.
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe
or
they're
not
the
O-line,
same.
excuse me, D-line.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe they're the same D-line.
Maybe that's what they just swapped over years.
Yeah, they're both in the north.
Yeah, that's pretty easy.
Don't ask Rob Gronkowski to say this, but I can say it. Emeka Egbuka is the smash of the smashes on this team.
There's no doubt.
Yeah, this dude's absolute animal. He is the wide receiver 3 on the season. Keep in mind, this guy has only played 5 games in the NFL.
Yep.
And I don't know if I said it on the podcast, but I was either telling you or Bus that if somebody just woke up out of a coma and they like the TV had the Tampa Bay game on and you saw Egbuka out there and he watched him play, he'd be like, dang, that dude's he must have been in the league for a few years.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like he just, everything about him just is like, this dude's been around. He's an old soul and I don't know. I love Egbuka.
Super NFL ready. Just came in day one with his work boots on.
If you ever told me that I would ever cheer for the Buccaneers, then I would have punched you in the dick because I'm a Panther fan. But I like Baker Mayfield and I like Emeka Egbuka, man. I like so I'm low key because I know the Panthers aren't doing shit as far as playoffs go. I'm low key pulling for the Buccaneers. So, Cade Otton, I think Cade Otton's gonna have a good week.
Think so? It's gotta happen eventually.
Well, there's no one else besides Egbuka.
Yeah, and Sterling Shepard. I don't know. Sterling Shepard's been quietly.
There's no one else besides Egbuka. Sterling Shepard's quietly not done jack squat.
He's been quietly a low end flex play since week 2 of this season.
Bullshit. He's had 2 weeks. He had a week 3 where he had 10 points, and he had week 5 he had 9 points. Every other week he had 2 weeks of 5, and then week 4 he had 3.
But I'm saying he had 1 week with a touchdown and 1 week with 80 yards. Well, he's also 90 years old or something now.
How old do you think? Did you look it up?
Yeah, I already know how old
it's 32.
It's close to 90.
Look, in a pinch, if you're in a deep flex, I would play Sterling Shepard. But I think Cade Otton is the better option if you're looking for upside.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely upside.
All right. Let's hit these prime time games real quick. The Detroit Lions 4-1 at the Kansas City Chiefs 2-3. Jared Goff, he's in. Gibbs in. Montgomery in.
Yes,
Amon-Ra St. Brown in.
Yes.
Jameson Williams is in, but man,
hold your breath.
It hasn't been good.
Yeah, hold your breath. Hopefully it's this week that it all comes up.
I'll tell you something that's interesting. Isaac Tesla is going to be out there as the 3rd wide receiver. What's his lips? Their former 3rd wide receiver is injured. My brain is Baker left, and I don't even know if he'll know. I want to say Josh Reynolds, but that's not it because he plays for the Jets. Anyway, whoever their 3rd string was, he's not playing because he's hurt, and Tesla's going to get some run out there. He'll get some targets. Dude he hasn't done a ton this year, but what he's had opportunity to do something, he's done it. He had 1 catch last week. It was a touchdown. He had 1 catch in week 1. It was a touchdown. He had 1 catch in week 2. It was 29-yard reception. So when he catches the ball, it's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie, woogie. And so I'm not saying play him, but in DFS, he could be an interesting play. Laporta, Yeah, play at your own risk. He had a good week last week because he got the touchdown. But if you don't get the touchdown, it's I don't know.
Yeah, it's been middle of the line for Laporta this year.
Yes. Mahomes has been pretty damn good as the quarterback 3 on the season. So, yeah, you're playing him. I don't know what to do with these running backs, but if I had to play one, it's going to be Kareem Hunt because he gets the goal line shit.
Yes.
But I mean, I don't know. They both get pretty equal opportunities. Pacheco, I think, has a better chance of breaking something. But once they're inside the 10, it's going to be the Kareem Hunt show.
Is he hip? Oh, sorry.
Xavier Worthy's going to play. He's the one with the juice for the most part. Since he's come back, he's had 14 and 8 fantasy points and a half PPR. So I would feel okay throwing him out there. Hollywood's been serviceable as a flex. He's if you can get a touchdown from him, it's going to be nice. And then Juju's been kind of up and down, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that's the same thing with Traquan Thornton's been up and down. It's like 5 targets, 9 targets, 2 targets, 5 targets.
But I will say the difference is if you play Traquan, you're going to at least get an opportunity for a long touchdown.
Yeah, exactly.
Kelsey's been fairly solid this year, except for 1 week. So I don't expect a ton of upside from him. If you can get a touchdown out of him, you'll have a great week. Otherwise, you're going to have an okay week. But he is the tight end 7, so you can throw him out there and feel good that he's not going to goose you. So there's that. All right, last game, or no, there's 2 Monday night games this week.
Is there?
Yeah. First Monday night game is the Buffalo Bills 4-1 at the Falcons 2-2. Josh Allen in your lineup. James Cook, he had a bad week last week, but he's still playing. You're throwing him in your lineup.
Yep.
Keon Coleman, I will say this. The Falcons are very tough against wide receivers. So, according to CBS Fantasy Stats. So take that what you will. Shakir, to me, is the only one I feel comfortable playing. I'm probably going to try to fade everybody else.
They throw the ball around so much, too.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's going to get at least 2 targets. Like, everybody is. Like, you name them, they're going to get thrown at. So,
yeah. Dalton Kincaid has been limited, so I would be keeping my eye on that to see if he plays. But if he plays, yes, he doesn't need a ton of opportunity. I mean, he is barely playing 50% of the snaps, but he's got a touchdown in 3 out of 5 weeks, and he had 6 targets on 54% of the snaps last week and caught all 6 of them for 108 yards. So, I would feel okay playing Knox if Kincaid is out. I will say that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll throw Penix out there. I'm not going to feel great about it. He's only had 2 good weeks. So, Buffalo's not, insanely hard against quarterbacks. Atlanta's going to have to score points to keep with them. So you're going to have opportunity there. Bijan is a smash. I would even play Algier in this game, to be honest with you.
Yeah, me too.
Buffalo, is terrible against the run, and the Falcons are going to need to run the ball hard. So, Drake London, yes. Darnell Mooney, if he's healthy, yes, but he is not practicing, so I don't expect him to play.
Yeah.
But I need to know he's healthy. Like, I don't want to hear another limited and they're going to see what happens. If he goes into the Sunday limited and it's like a game time, I'm not playing him at all. And then Kyle Pitts, not if I don't, unless I have to. I mean, he's not going to goose you, but
I think if Mooney doesn't play, you'll be okay with Pitts.
Yeah.
There's got to be a second target out there. It can't just be Bijan or a third target out there. So
yeah,
I think if Mooney plays, I'd probably shy Pitts a little, but if Mooney doesn't play, I think Pitts would be a good play.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I like that. All right. The Chicago Bears. 2-2 versus the Commanders 3-2. Washington's not technically, shutting down quarterbacks. So I would be okay putting Caleb out there. But again, it's kind of a hit or miss with him a lot of times. DeAndre Swift, he's been ish.
He's slowly becoming, the more I look at his numbers, it's almost like he might be just an average running back.
Yeah, he is.
You know what I mean? Like,
he's the Jacoby Myers of running backs.
He really is. He's so mid on all of it. Like, he doesn't do anything that's like astronomical.
Yeah.
He doesn't do anything that's garbage. Even though I feel like he does. Like, I feel like that guy's trash. But then I look at his numbers, I'm like, he's just a running back. He's just
nobody is pressing them. They are coming off the bye, right?
Yes.
So I'm not going to play him, but if you have a roster spot, snatch up Monangai.
Yeah.
Throw him at the end of your roster. See if he gets any more work coming out of the bye. I do think that they would love to have a playmaker at running back, and I don't think Swift is a playmaker. Monangai has some juice. And so again, he's not going to be somebody you're going to play, but if you have a roster spot, throw him on there. If we go into this week and it's been the same old, then just move on.
And be done, yeah.
Absolutely. Dude's a wide receiver 10 on the week. And you got to keep in mind, they just had their bye.
Yeah.
So he did not accumulate any stats last week, but he has been absolute money.
He's been ready to go, too. He wants to get out there. You know he does.
Yeah. I mean, he has the least amount of targets he's had in a game is 7. So I'm absolutely throwing Odunze out there. DJ Moore to me is a flex play at best.
It's just a middle of the road. He gets 4 or 5 targets a game.
Yeah.
He gets 30, 40 yards.
There's talk about him being traded. So again, Luther Burden, also a stash for me. Again, they're coming out of the bye. Coming out of buys is when rookies start to get thrown into the playbook more, the game plan more. So I think as long as DJ Moore is there, you're not going to feel confident ever putting Luther Burden out there. But again, if they did trade DJ Moore, the biggest problem is his contract. But if somebody's willing to take on the contract and really needs a wide receiver, and there's no telling what kind of injuries may or may not happen this week. So we'll see. But and then Colston Loveland is somebody I would also stash on a bench. Again, coming out of a bye, he is the better tight end when it comes to receiving. Going into the bye, Cole Kmet had 9 targets, caught 3 of them. That was it. I don't think they want Cole Kmet to be their receiving tight end. They want him to be their blocking tight end, and they want Loveland to catch the ball. So we'll see. If nothing changes, then you just wasted roster spot for a week that you already had it anyway. So.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Jaden Daniels. Yeah, he's in your lineup. Dude is electric boogie woogie, and he can light up the scoreboard at any point. He hasn't been amazing, but he's played 3 out of the 5. He's only played 3 out of 5 weeks, and he hasn't hurt you. He hasn't killed you, and he can absolutely win you a week. So, Krosky Merritt is the running back. I think he took the job last week. I think he is going to be the guy going forward unless he just does something stupid. He still didn't play more than 50% of the snaps last week, but he ran the ball 14 times for 111 yards, ran 2 touchdowns. Also caught 2 passes for 39 yards. So I wouldn't feel comfortable playing McNichols or Rodriguez, but if I had to play one of them, it would be McNichols. I think that if he does get utilized, it'll be in the pass game.
Yeah, and he's had a couple of them. Just holy shit, there he goes.
Yeah, it just takes off.
Yeah,
he can break anywhere. Debo's the guy to play. He is questionable, so you need to monitor that. If he comes, McLaurin is doubtful, so I don't think he's going to play. Noah Brown also questionable and was limited. So I don't know. Who these running back or these wide receivers. Debo's to me is a smash play. McLaurin I think is not going to play another week. And I don't want to touch anybody else. Yeah. But if all 3 of those are out, Luke McCaffrey.
That's probably who I would go with. I mean, and it was while Mariota was out there, but he was the one kind of, I guess, trusted in the red zone.
And he got the deep bombs.
So.
Zach Ertz will probably be the smash play, though. I think you can play Zach Ertz. I know he had a bad week last week, but did you know this? Last week was, oh, God, I wish I could remember now. It was the first time he hasn't had a reception either since his rookie year or since his entire career.
Oh, shit.
Or since he was 5. I don't know. It was a hell of a long time since he played a game.
Been in the NFL.
Yeah, if you go look at all his, like last year, he had at least 1 reception every week. 2023, he was injured, but in all the games that he played, he had at least 1 reception. 2022, again, all the games he played, he had at least 1 reception. 2021, all the games he played, he had at least 1 reception.
That's crazy.
2020, it might have been since 2020. Nope. And 2020, all the games he played,
he had at least 1 reception.
Yeah, let's go to 2019. Yep. 2018. Yeah. This is crazy. So it had to be his entire career then.
Yeah, it had to be his career.
Or maybe, nope. Yep. He made it up 2017. Everyone.
That's the first game he's played in his career that he did not get a reception.
Okay, so you looked it up.
No, I'm just saying that's probably what it is.
Yeah, because I was only in 2016 and it was still holding true.
Well, yeah, that's what.
Yeah, that's absolute bonkers.
That is insane.
To think about that.
It really is.
if they could go back in time, I guarantee if they'd have known that was a stat that existed, they would have forced him a pass. They would have got him.
They would have got him the ball on that. Yeah.
Yeah. But I doubt they even knew. He even knew that until after that game when he didn't catch anything.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think he's getting ready to start his streak. So,
it was his rookie year.
Okay.
In week 10 of his rookie year, he played 73% of the snaps, went 0 for 0 for 0. He didn't even get targeted.
So what was his rookie year? 2000?
2013. Yeah.
Shit, I was in 2016. I thought I was getting close. I had 3 more years to go.
You still had a ways to go.
That's crazy. Well, there it is. There's the key games. So let's head on to Buses Ballers. All right. So Ballers for week 6, according to Larry Bus Cowan. Matt Stafford, dadgummit, I didn't look at him. Because, all right, I'll switch up on that. I hope he didn't have all of my smashes. Matt Stafford versus Baltimore. Stafford is on a hot streak, and Baltimore has the worst defense in the league at this time. That is facts. Ashton Genty versus Tennessee. Finally, a team that Vegas
God
can
damn
beat.
it, I didn't look at his ballers.
Finally, a team that Vegas can beat. Maybe.
Yeah,
in parentheses.
maybe.
If they can get ahead, Ashton can run over and over against a very beatable Tennessee run defense.
Yes, that's kind of my thought process as well.
Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt versus Chicago. Another very soft run defense. Let's hope the breakout is for real. Damn it. Ted McMillan versus Dallas. Need I say more? That's 2 of my freaking smashes.
Damn.
And then Theo Johnson versus just kidding. I guess because he kept picking Theo Johnson.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah, he would have picked the wrong week this week.
Yeah, he would have. He says, just kidding. It's Evan Ingram.
God damn. 2 for 2.
Versus the New York Jets. The Jets are 31st against tight end.
So he's got your wide receiver and your quarterback?
Yeah, and he has your running back and your
my
tight end.
end.
Jets are 31st against the tight end. I have an Ingram. I have an Ingram has surprisingly gotten a lot of. I'm not sure what he's trying to say, but he surprisingly a lot of work recently.
Yeah,
it is. If his catch rate continues to go up, it'll be a big week.
Yeah.
All right, so there it is. We'll hit on
That's Buses Ballers.
That's Buses Ballers. Now we're going to see Daniel's Don'ts.
No, God, please, no! 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 No!
All right. Daniel's Don'ts. All right. First one up is Zay Flowers versus the Rams. If he plays, obviously, if he doesn't play, you're definitely not going to put him out there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't trust Cooper Rush, and the Rams they're decent against wide receivers.
Yes.
Fields against the Broncos. Broncos are number 2 versus quarterbacks, so you better hope he gets that fourth quarter love and some rushing.
Another 55-yard breakaway run would be nice.
Yeah.
Right?
Otherwise, it's going to be a bad week. Chase Brown at the Packers. The Packers are number 3 versus running backs, and I'm just looking for a reason not to play Chase, and so that's Chase Brown. So there it is. Zay Flowers, Justin Fields, and Chase Brown are my don'ts.
Okay.
So let's hit them bottoms.
Unless they happen to be power bottoms.
What's a power bottom?
A power bottom is a bottom that is capable of receiving an enormous amount of power. Actually, Mac, you got it backwards. You see, a power bottom is actually generating all the power by doing most of the work.
Does the power have to do with the size or the strength of the bottom?
Now, Dennis, I've heard that speed has something to do with it.
Speed has everything to do with it.
All right. Well, who are your fast bottoms?
Oh, my fast bottoms. So I mixed up the positions and names here, but anyways, tight end. Tight end this week is going to be Michael Mayer, owning 3% of leagues. Brock Bowers is not playing.
Yeah,
we saw Albert O last week become
Without
back relevant
Mayer,
again without Mayer and without Brock Bowers. So they want to utilize this tight end, and I feel like Michael Mayer is a better tight end than Albert O. and could have a big game this week. And a lot of people are kind of sleeping on that. So Michael Mayer's my tight end. Wide receiver, this is probably going to help Bus out a lot. I think Game Script's going to bring this up. It's going to be more relevant this week. But I think Kayshon Boutte, he's owned in 10% of leagues. But I think this is going to be a big week for him. I think it's going to be not necessarily a breakout week, but I mean, it's definitely going to be a more relevant week.
You're saying to smash that booty.
I'm saying right now, get the booty and get it on your roster. I know Bus has been telling you all season, but now I'm seeing a little bit of it.
So play with the
booty. That
makes
sense. Go ahead and get the booty.
And play with it.
Get that booty. And then running back, laugh all you want to. And this is a gut thing, and I don't have any real reason. I don't even really like the guy. Samaje Perine for the Cincinnati Bengals. You said not to play Chase, and I kind of feel like Chase is going to be because he's the guy there, but Samaje Perine's that weird, just all of a sudden he's relevant for.
If you hit this one, you never have to do another bottom. You will win. You will
win the bottoms.
You hit the last level.
I win the bottoms. Yeah. With Flacco coming in and taking over, I don't know. I feel like there's going to be people involved in this offense that we don't want to be involved and haven't heard of in a while. And I think he's going to come out and he's going to have a week that everybody's like, holy shit, there's Samaje Perine. He puts up 10 points or something. But I'm just saying, Baker's bottoms, Samaje Perine, Kayshon Boutte, and Michael Mayer.
I liked all of them except the last one.
I know. I didn't like it either. Look, I'm not happy I said that.
Look, you just got to trust the process.
Sometimes you just gotta go with it and just see where it ends up. I mean, I put Raheem Mostert on it, and it didn't work out either. So I mean, but still, there it is.
Let's hit those hit the smashes. All right, my quarterback smash was going to be Stafford, but I switched it up here. I called an audible. I went with Justin Herbert at Miami. I know that Herbert's been down with his O-line and all that, but Miami's defense is garbage can. And Bryce Young pretty much did them dirty after getting down by 17 last week. And Herbert is a better quarterback and with a better group of receivers and a better offense. So I think Justin Herbert at Miami is going to have a really good week. Are you going to, you trying to reset yours too?
No. I'm riding with mine. These are my fucking smashes. My quarterback smash this week is Bryce Young against the Cowboys.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
Had a decent week, come back a little bit, especially for fantasy, at least last week. Things looked a little better, and it's the Cowboys, man. They're just allowing quarterbacks to do whatever they want to do out there. So, I mean,
they're allowing everybody to do whatever they want to do.
And Bryce is going to do it.
Jameson Williams would love, or Jameson Winston would love to play against Cowboys.
That's 100% true.
He could just do whatever he wanted.
It wouldn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. And I think that's what Bryce Young's going to do out there. He's going to go out there and he's going to have a hell of a week. It's going to be
I hope so.
Top 5 week this week. I think he does. He does good on this week.
Love that.
And then my running back smash, I said, damn, Bus called it, earlier. Yep. Ashton Jeanty. I think this is going to be another big week for him. They're playing against the Titans. They're garbage. They're going to come out with a lead. Even though the Titans are coming off of a win against a shitty Arizona they played last week. But
yeah, that wasn't the Titans winning that game.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that was Arizona like, hey, here, let us all shit our pants.
Yeah, here's the win. We don't want it. We don't even want this,
Yeah.
So I think that they're going to come out. I feel like they're going to come out high off of the win, but not high enough for Ashton Jeanty not to shut them the fuck up and shut them down. So Jeanty's going to have a big week this week.
Well, you went for one rookie, and I'll go with another rookie. My running back smash of the week is Quinshon Judkins against the Steelers. The Steelers have been pretty bad against the run. Judkins is electric, and I'm not going to say it.
Boogie, woogie, woogie, woogie.
Thank you. But I think that he is going to be a league winner by the end of the season, despite being on a bad offense. I just think he's that good. When you watch Judkins out there, you see special in the way that he runs the ball. And I think this week will be where he absolutely asserts himself as somebody to be contended with at the running back position.
Hell yeah.
My wide receiver smash was Tet versus the Cowboys, but I'm going to go with Kendrick Bourne at Tampa. He has that connection with Mac Jones. We know that Mac Jones is already starting, so Kendrick Bourne had a great week last week. Looks like he may be the only dude, but even if Jennings plays, he's going to be the second dude out there, and I think that's good enough for him to be able to go have a good week against Tampa, who, they are not locked down. So the reason that Baker Mayfield has put up all the touchdowns is because their defense gives up a lot of touchdowns.
That is true. Wide receiver for me, I went with Michael Pittman against Arizona.
Okay.
He's been consistent this year, like we talked about earlier. He's been utilized a lot. He's gotten a touchdown in 3 of the 4 of the 5 weeks, whatever.
3 of the 5 weeks.
3 of the 5 weeks. He's putting up numbers, but this is going to be a big game for him, I think.
Yeah.
With the emergence a little bit of Josh Downs getting targeted a little more, I think that's going to help. So he's not the only target.
In this team again, everybody's only 4 or 5 weeks in if they have their bye, and everybody's still trying to figure things out. They're all still gelling. They're all still. So I think with a team like the Colts, it's only going to get better.
Yeah,
as they get to know each other better. So I
think Michael Pittman's going to have a big week this week against Arizona. And then of course we talked about tight ends. I said Evan Ingram versus the Jets. It's got to come. It's got to come true sometime. It does. I ignore the Joker thing. We saw what Ingram did with Jacksonville. He is a good tight end, and he's in a place where he should be doing so much better fantasy wise than he has been.
Right.
We all see it.
Their
we all know it.
Is a little down.
Yeah, it's a little off. So something's got to come back to what we know them as from last year, and kind of way it all fits up. So hopefully this is the week where he got his touchdown last week. Got his first touchdown for the season this year.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's something that kind of broken ice and kind of unleashes it all, and he becomes the actual weapon that
Joker
they want him to be. Correct. Yeah, I guess I'll go with that, Joker.
All right, my tight end smash of the week is Tucker Kraft versus Cincinnati. Cincinnati is the worst team against tight ends. Tucker Kraft might be the number 1 receiver for that team. And he is coming off the injury. So I feel like this will be the week. They're coming off the bye and they're getting to play a plus matchup, and Tucker Kraft could go nuclear.
Yeah, I could see that. Definitely.
All right. Well, let's hit up that. I forgot what this button does. Let's hit up that DFS.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
That's actually that's apropos, because my DFS is a joke. You've just to give them an update. What's the record there, Baker?
1, 2, 3. I have 4 1s and you have 1-1.
I have 1-1 and you have 4-1.
I have 4. It's 4-1 on my favor going into week 6 here.
Let's confuse you, motherfucker.
And I just threw my lineup together like 10 seconds while we were talking a minute ago.
That's what you was doing on your phone.
I completely forgot all about DFS until I looked at my paper and I was like, oh shit, we got DFS. I got to do this. So.
All right. Well, instead of going by positions, we'll just each go through our lineup. So go ahead and kick it off from top to bottom. Tell me what you got going on.
All right. Starting off, I am playing a rookie who is super cheap at quarterback. I am playing Dylan Gabriel this week against Pittsburgh. And $4,400, it's almost free. So, and with doing that, it allowed me to play. Hell yeah! It allowed me to play Javonte Williams, which this guy's just been eating, and I love him. He's been a favorite of mine. He had a great week last week, and then I went cheap again at tight end, at running back. I went with Tajay Spears. I think last week, his first week back, he didn't get utilized a lot. But I think this week's going to change, and I think he's going to get utilized a lot more. And this is a gut play.
I'm sorry. I was looking at a trade that you just made that went through one of our leagues.
Makes me super excited.
Yeah, it made me excited too. So go back. Who's your quarterback again?
Dylan Gabriel. Cheap ass rookie play.
And then your running back,
Javonte Williams.
Javonte, love that.
And then Tajay Spears.
Which is
like I said,
you're about to spend some fucking money on wide receivers.
Oh, it's coming hard.
That's what she said.
Oh yeah, she's going to, because I'm starting with Puka Nacua, $8,700. Got to have him in my lineup. Jackson Smith and Jigba, $7,600. Soft Jacksonville defense. It's going to be great. Emeka Buka, got to play him. He's in my lineup.
Good wide receivers.
That's the top. And then I had to save some money. So you know what? I spent way down. I went with my Baker's bottom tight end, Michael Mayer, $3,100.
I almost went with him, but I spent $200 more and got somebody else.
Yeah, super cheap. And then I went way down on that. And then I went for a flex, and this is hinging upon Chase. Even if Chase does play, I kind of still feel good about it. I put T. Higgins out there for $5,700.
Yeah,
I think with Flacco, he's gonna throw the ball.
I was wondering why you were talking Chase out. See, I should start recognizing when you're talking somebody up you haven't talked up in a minute, because you got him somewhere.
Coming around.
You got him somewhere.
I got T. Higgins in this one at $5,700, and then of course the cheap defensive play. $2,400. I got Tennessee Titans against Las Vegas.
We always pick the same defense.
I mean, it's Geno. Geno's going to Geno,
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
He's been Genoing all season with these 3 and 4 interceptions every time. So, yeah.
All right. Well, I decided to see if he can keep the streak alive. I went with Mac Jones.
Who?
Mac Jones,
Mac Jones.
at quarterback for $5,600. I went ahead and stacked him with Christian McCaffrey, $8,400. And then I said, you know what? I want good running backs this week. I said, let me get that Josh Jacobs against Cincinnati.
Okay.
For $7,300. And then I said, you know what? I really want a really good wide receiver. So I went with Puka Nacua at $8,700.
God, did you have any money left?
Well, it starts getting pretty cheap from this point forward.
You're digging deep now.
I used a little bit more to grab a little bit higher. I got Ted McMillan for $6,000, and then I started scraping the bottom of barrels.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So my third wide receiver is Jack Besh for the Raiders. And you go, what? Why would you take Jack Besh? Okay, hear me out. Jack Besh has and he went from not getting hardly any play time to getting 3 targets last week for 27 yards, and his snap percentage, it doesn't have it on here, but the sleeper, I can look it up.
Yeah.
But his snap percentage basically climbed up. I think they're trying to get him into the offense more. Thornton is not what they wanted him to be. You have Bowers has been out. They're looking for somebody to move the sticks. Jacoby Myers was straight doo-doo cans last week. And so I think Jack Besh is getting some touches. I don't need him to do a lot. I just need him to get me 9 or 10 points.
He played 53% of the snaps last week and didn't play anything more than 24% any week before that.
Right. So he basically emerged last week. So he was $3,300, and I grabbed him down there, and I'm taking a shot. I picked him up in a couple leagues and threw him on a bench just to see if he's trying to emerge. He is a second-round draft pick, so it could be they're trying to move him out. And then I went with Juwan Johnson, $3,300. New England is terrible against tight ends. They're 32nd, so I'm hoping Juwan Johnson can bounce back from a bad week last week. Then I went in my flex. I got the best player that I could still afford with Kendrick Bourne for $5,000 against
play.
Tampa Bay. And that's also to help stack. So I have the super stack with Mac Jones as well. So if he does have a good game and McCaffrey has a good game and Mac Jones has a good game against Tampa like I'm expecting, then I should have a good week. And then again, we have the same defense with the Tennessee Titans because we always do that. We very, very rarely will one of us decide to spend up on defense. We both scroll straight to the bottom of the defenses and then go up from the bottom till we find a defense playing against a quarterback that we think can turn the ball over.
Yep. That's exactly
or a bad
how I
O-line.
play it. Yep.
And that's 100% what we did. And so there it is. There's our DFS. Do with that what you will. Neither one of us were particularly good last week, but Baker was a little bit better. So
yeah,
he's been better all season, to be honest.
I don't know what I hit. It was like 150, I think, was my total.
I saved my week last week because I crapped everything in my the main on all my cash games, and then I think it was the Sunday night game or it was the Monday night game. I played a cash game and I played a tournament, and I won the cash. I finished second in the cash game, but it was still paid out like $19.
Oh, nice.
And then the tournament was a $3 or $5 tournament, and I ended up winning like $9 in that.
Oh yeah.
So I saved my week as far as that goes. So we'll see. But there it is. There's the week. Getting ready for week 6 already.
So crazy, right? I hate it's going so fast.
Yeah, it sucks because we're all going to be like, in a few months. We're going to be sitting there going, "Man, when's football going to be?"
Yeah, I know. When do we get to start back up again?
But if anything we say or do helps you get to that average place in your leagues, that means we did our job. Because we all know, Matt, when you finish average or when you break even,
you don't lose.
That's exactly right. I'm glad you switched it up. So we hope you guys have a good week out there, and we'll talk to you on the flip side.
Later.
Holla.
One day I'll get these buttons sorted.